change that you want to see in the world. And I don't know about you, but for me, in a world that feels really big and overwhelming, and I don't know how to affect positive change out there. The good news is yoga says you don't need to go out there. Yoga is an internal practice. So Gandhi is referring to, we begin with us. Start with us. Not for selfish reasons to be better for us, but for the world. We can do so much good in the world when we take care of us. We're better to our significant others. We're better to our kids and our community and the world at large. So we begin with us. So that's what we're going to do in class today. I want you to begin to watch your thoughts, your emotions, your tendencies, because everything that happens out there, how you interface with the world, will happen here on your mat. It's a tiny little microcosm, but how you approach your yoga practice is the same way you approach life. So this is the perfect opportunity to use mindfulness to watch what arises during the class. And you can start to see what works and what doesn't work. Not for your own selfish desires, but for the greater world. So when we go through class, watch the thoughts, watch the feelings, and I'll cue you to keep coming back to that. And if at any point you get overwhelmed, because it can happen, remember to stay connected to your breath. That will anchor you to now. Go ahead and come to a comfortable seat. Crisscross applesauce, as my 7-year-old would say, or Sukhasana, easy pose. Bring your hands to your knees. Sit tall, close your eyes. Connect with your breath. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale into now. Let's go online with Divine. It's like dial-up computers of the olden days. We'll begin with Om. Exhale completely. Inhale to Om. To your hands. Take a moment to say a prayer, set an intention, open to grace. Be open to the possibility of change within. On your inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands, coming into child's pose. Bringing the knees apart, big toes together, hips to heels, forehead to the mat. Get yourself settled into child's pose and begin to connect to Ujjayi Pranayama, constricting the throat slightly and making that Darth Vader sound. On your inhale, bring it up to all four. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Fingers spread wide, palms flat. Press the inner heel back and down. Moving with your breath, inhale to plank. Shoulders over wrists. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale to plank. Exhale, back. Downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Good. Coming to plank, inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Pull through to the belly. Cobra, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Right foot steps forward into a runner's lunge. Straighten into your front leg. If it doesn't go all the way straight, don't worry about it. Get Release the head towards your leg and breathe. One of the greatest things our yoga practice can do for us is to empower us. It reminds us that we can do something in any given moment. Sometimes as simple and as powerful as just being mindful of our breath. On your inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, back to plank. Good. Hold. Inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Left side, same thing. Left foot steps forward, straighten into your front leg. This side might be different than the other, so honoring what is, and continue to show up to the party and breathe. And oftentimes it's easier to point fingers and say, I want to fix you or you or you or fix that. Because it takes the effort and the practice out of us and onto something else. But yoga says turn it inward. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, back to plank. Inhale, hold. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, back, downward facing dog. Good. Take an inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Good. Inhale, jumper step, top of the mat, half lift. Exhale, forward fold. Good. Interlace the fingers behind the back and reach the hands to the ceiling. Bend your knees if your legs are really tight. Hold and breathe. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, release the fingertips to the floor. Shake out the shoulders if you need to. Beautiful. Hands to your shins, halfway up. Inhale, exhale, fold it in. One more time, just like that, half lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold it in. Bend your knees, weighten the heels, roll it up to standing. Mountain pose. Good. Stand tall, reach the crown of the head to the ceiling. Root down into your feet. Lift all 10 toes. Feel all 4 corners of your feet press down. Lightly take the toes down. Good. Take a big inhale through the nose. On the exhale, blow it out through the mouth. Bringing your hands together back at your heart. Anjali Mudra. Take a moment to connect to the heart space. Feel the heart lift. Send awareness down there. Moving from this space. Surya Namaskara A, Sun Salutation A. Inhale, lift the arms up, look up. Exhale, forward fold. Release the head and neck, long spine. Inhale. Exhale, jumper step back, lower down, chaturanga. Up dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Hold and breathe. Feel the entire palm of your hands press down into the mat. Take more weight into your fingers and shift the awareness out of the wrists into the fingers. And do the opposite with your feet. Take awareness into the heels. Get light on your toes. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Good. Inhale, jumper step it up, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, rise to stand, arms reach up. Exhale, hands to your hearts. Again, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold and breathe. One more breath. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Inhale, jump or step, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Rise to stand, inhale, palms touch, look up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good, last time. Inhale, arms reach up, look up. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Long spine, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So we can spend a lot of time waiting on the world to change, waiting for things to get better, hoping, sometimes even praying, that's useful, but what can we actually do? Stay connected with your breath. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Good, inhale, jump or step, half lift, look up forward. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to your heart. Good, take a moment, take a big inhale, take a big exhale, blow it out. Surya Namaskar B, Sun Salutation B, bend the knees, touch the earth. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, look forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right side, warrior A. Right foot steps forward, drop the back heel. Inhale to the top of the pose. Exhale to the bottom of the pose, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale is always a back bend. Exhale is always a releasing of the head. Left side, Virabhadrasana A. Left foot steps forward, drop the back heel, rise on the inhale, exhale to the bottom of the pose. Ardha Vinyasa. Push up, back bend, down dog. Hold and breathe. Two, three, four, one more breath. Take an inhale, exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, jump or step, top the mat, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Bend the knees, inhale, chair. Exhale to stand, hands to your heart. Good, again, inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Half lift, inhale. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, back bend, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good, right side, warrior A. Follow your breath, inhale to the top. Exhale to the bottom. In between, half vinyasa. Breath-based movement. Good. Left side, Virabhadrasana A. Inhale to the top. Exhale to the bottom. So you have to remember that yoga is not synchronized dance or synchronized anything. Follow your own breath. This is how we start to take self-agency and listening to what's right or wrong for us. So if you look different or are breathing different than we are here, go with it. This is part of the self-inquiry of practicing yoga. Relax the jaw, relax the head. Good, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, jump or step, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale to stand, Samasthiti. Good, last time. Bend the knees, touch the earth. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Good, long spine, inhale. Exhale, bottom. Good. Lower down for your back bend. Inhale. Exhale, down dog. Good. Left side, same thing. Warrior A. Inhale to the top. Exhale to the bottom. When you inhale, back bend, heart forward, shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. Hold and breathe. One of the most useful emotions we can have when talking about change is anger. It can be also the opposite. It can be very violent. So if we can start to channel our anger, it gives us fuel for the fire to affect positive change, both within and outside of us. So check in with your feelings. Don't disavow any feeling because you've been told it's not good or right. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Good. Inhale, jumper step, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, chair. Exhale to stand. Good. Step your feet hip distance if they're not already. Take a forward fold. Take your peace fingers, grab your big toes. Padangusthasana. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, pull yourself in. Take your gaze to your belly button. Allow your exhale to take you deeper into the pose. On the exhale, release the toes. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the palms under your feet, Padahastasana. If this is in fact difficult to do because of tight hamstrings, bend your knees. Shift your gaze to the belly button. The purpose of this posture is to release pressure in the wrists and to release the low back. Good. On the next exhale, release the hands. Shake out your wrists. Take a moment to regather your thoughts. Good. One more inhale. On the exhale, jumper step back, lower down. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, down dog. Good. Right side first. You're going to step your right foot forward, drop the back heel. Inhale, warrior A. Exhale to warrior B. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale to triangle pose. Utthita Trikonasana. Shift your gaze up to your thumb. Breathe. 1. 2. 3. 4. One more breath. On your inhale, come all the way to stand. Exhale, bend the front knee, half vinyasa. Hands to the mat, step back. Exhale, lowers you down. Inhale is your back bend. Exhale is your down dog. Take a moment to breathe here. Ground down into your hands and feet. Good. Second side, left foot steps forward. Drop the back heel. Inhale, warrior A. Exhale, warrior B. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Holding here and breathing. 2. 3. 4. your body? How is this movement and this breath beginning to affect change within? Good. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, jump or step, half lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, come into chair pose, hold chair pose. Take the weight into your heels. Sink the tailbone down towards the mat. One more breath, take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Now interlace the fingers again behind the back. Keep your hands behind the back, interlace, bend the knees, shift the weight into the heels. Inhale, halfway up, look forward. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, forward fold. One more time, inhale, half lift, bend the knees. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Release the hands. Take a big exhale through the mouth. Beautiful. How you doing?
Fantastic.
From here, jump or step back to plank. Side plank, taking the right knee down, dropping the left heel down and in. Reach the left arm up. So when we start to find these changes within, we have to find the strength to do so. It's easy to stay in our old patterns. It's easy to do the status quo. It's hard to affect change within. Good, on the exhale, back to plank. Inhale, second side, Vashisthasana modification. Left knee down, right heel down and in. So really fire up your core, feel the belly engage up and in. On the exhale, hands to the mat, step back, downward facing dog. Good, right side, warrior B. Right foot steps forward, drop the back heel. Inhale, rise to stand. Two, keep breathing. Three. 4. 5. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebend to side angle, either elbow to knee or hand to the floor. Reach the top arm over your ear, palm down. Two. 3. 4. 5. Keep the front knee bent. Inhale, reverse the warrior, rise up. Back hand to your back leg, reach up, look up. Keep that front knee tracking over your ankle. Good. On the exhale, windmill the hands to the floor. Straighten into your front leg, bump the back leg up a few inches for pyramid pose. Draw the right hip back as you fold forward over that front leg. 2. 3. 4. Last breath. 5. Inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, back to plank, lower down, half vinyasa. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale. Take one big inhale, one big exhale through the mouth. Let it go. Good. Left side, Virabhadrasana B. Left foot steps forward, drop the back heel, rise to stand. Two. 3. 4. Last breath. 5. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, rebended side angle. Utthita Parshva Konasana. 2. 3. 4. Last breath. 5. Inhale, reverse the warrior, rise to stand. Back hand down, reach the front hand up, look up. In order to affect change within ourselves and in the world, we have to be warriors, spiritual warriors. Good. Exhale, window the hands to the mat. Straighten into your front leg, bump the back leg up a few inches, pyramid pose, Parsvottanasana. 2. 3. 4. Last breath. 5. On your inhale, bend the front knee. Exhale, back Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. Take a big exhale through the mouth. Release any excess tension. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look between the hands. Inhale, jumper step, top of the mat, calf lift. Exhale, fold it in. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale to stand, hands at your heart. Good. Take a moment to ground down into your feet. Feel your feet. Feel the mat beneath your feet. Lift your right knee up into your chest. Hold it with both hands. Flex the right foot. Good. Now keep your knee where it is. Reach both arms up and overhead. Take an inhale. Exhale to warrior C. To be on this path of yoga, this path of change, we have to show up and breathe, sweat, go through stuff that's uncomfortable. Also, at the same time, it's empowering. It's humbling. Keep breathing. One more breath. On your inhale, rise to stand. Shake out the legs as needed. Take a moment to feel the feet beneath you, ground down. Second side, bring the left knee up into your chest. Hold it with both hands. Flex your foot. Good, now playing no hands, ma. Arms reach up. Take an inhale, exhale, warrior C. Lean forward. Again, this will not be perfect. If the hands fall to the floor, let them fall to the floor. If your leg is shaking, keep breathing. One more breath. On your inhale, rise to stand. Shake off what needs to be shook. Take a moment to ground down into your feet again. So to affect change, you often sweat too. Are we sweating?
Yeah, South Carolina humidity and a bald head is not very conducive to,
And Any good teacher?
Towel.
He has a towel.
True. Also good mat towel.
Take a moment. It's a lot of work to affect change in the body and the mind and the spirit, especially in the world. So don't be afraid to show up and sweat. All right, here we go. Bend the knees, touch the mat, come into chair pose, inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart, come into a prayer, left elbow, right knee. So we do all this work, we show up in the mat, we work on ourselves. Sometimes though, a prayer does you good. So take your hands in prayer, take your gaze up, take a moment to call upon anyone you pray to, anybody you call upon. Say, I need some help. Good, inhale back to center, exhale, other side, right elbow, left knee, prayer twist. That's the cool thing about yoga. We're co-creating, collaborating with divine. When we say Om, it's saying, hey, we need some help. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Okay, right leg steps back, come into a low runner's lunge. Drop the back knee, sink the hips down and forward. Take a moment to sink everything down. When you're ready, inhale, arms up, Anjaneyasana. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart, come into a prayer, right elbow, left knee. Shift the gaze back. To affect positive change, we have to look into our past. Don't dwell there, but you gotta see where you've been so you can know where you're going. Good, inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toe under, lift your back knee, and come to a wide leg forward fold. Turn your toes to face the same direction. A variation, Prasarita Padottanasana. Bring the hands in alignment with your feet, or as close as they go. Once you have your setup, inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold it in, head towards the floor. Once you're set up, shift some weight into your toes. Gaze to the belly button. And you may not see the belly button. It may be hidden, but towards the belly button. Good, inhale, half lift. Exhale, take a walk to the right leg, runner's lunge. Drop your back knee to the mat. Take a moment to ground down. Sink the hips down and forward. When ready, Anjaneyasana, arms reach up. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart in prayer. Prayer twist, left elbow, right knee. And again, take a look back into your past. What have you done in your past that hasn't served you? This is not meant to punish yourself, but to see what we can do differently. And forgiveness needs to occur in order for us to move forward. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toe, lift your back knee, pivot back to a wide leg forward fold. Good. From here, interlace the fingers behind the back. Reach the hands towards the ceiling, head towards the floor. If this is too much for any reason, you can keep the hands on the floor. Again, part of change is not just doing what people tell us to do, but taking that moment of self-inquiry to figure out, is this right or true or good for me? On the exhale, release the hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, runner's lunge on the left leg. Good, step back to plank. Good, hold plank. So, the way that I teach plank might be different than other people that teach it. We're in alignment with Alexandria Crow. She wants that C-shaped back. So press up and out through that upper back. Tuck the tailbone, zip the belly button up. This is gonna give you more strength, more power in your heart. Good, take an inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Tops of your feet go flat. Woo! Now press your feet down, engage your legs. Inhale, cobra, hold cobra. If you can't lift your hands off the mat, you have too much weight in your hands. So keep as little weight as possible. Use your low back. Often we hear the phrase, find your backbone. We gotta find our backbone. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, lower down, take one cheek to the floor, pause. Take a breath or two. If your low back hurts, you can bend the knees and windshield wipers, knees side to side. Dustin's got low back issues, and honestly, a lot of Americans have low back issues, so if you fall in that category, take it easy on these, okay? Good, back to center, arms along the sides of your body, palms up or down. Some people like to interlace the fingers behind their back. You can do that as well. If you have tight shoulders, maybe not. Big toes together. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Inhale, levitate everything off the mat. One of the powers we can receive in practicing yoga, according to the Yoga Sutras, is levitation. So see if you can levitate yourself off the mat. Talk about change. Almost there. One more big inhale, you got this. Exhale, lower down. Take it back into child's pose. Take a moment to neutralize your spine. Knees apart, big toes together. Sink your hips to your heels. Is that okay?
Oh.
You are in control of your breath. At the bottom of your exhale, make sure you're exhaling completely. On your inhale, bring it up to tabletop. Come up onto your knees for camel pose, Ustrasana. Tops the feet flat. It is taught with the toes tucked under. If you prefer that, that's an option. It's just not as steady, but it gives you more room to open your chest. So please do what's best for you. Place your hands on your back. Keep the hips over your knees. Lift the chest. There you go. Inhale, curl back. So before we tape this, Dustin's like, it's not gonna be very impressive. I can't go very far. So it doesn't matter how far you go. How it's shown in pictures is the hands to the heels. If this works for you, do it. If it doesn't work for you, use your discernment and don't push yourself into things that don't work. The opposite of affecting change. One more breath. On your inhale, push it on up. Go straight away. 3 options. Down dog, dolphin pose, forearms on the mat, or headstand. Get your head lower than your heart. Whatever it is you're doing, find a spot to look at. And the biggest thing about change is we have to believe it to be possible. If we don't believe change is possible, it's not gonna happen. We're gonna get stuck in our own bullshit, time and time again. So believe it. One more breath. Exhale will bring you out of whatever you're doing. Take as long as you need. If you did headstand, take a few moments. We'll eventually come to seated in staff pose. When you do come to staff pose, legs are straight out in front of you, and you make a 90-degree angle with your body. Basically, you're coming to sit. When you come to sit, take your gaze to your big toes. On your next inhale, arms reach up, exhale, forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Hands can go anywhere along the legs, even to the floor if you prefer. Modifications are a wonderful thing. On your inhale, roll it up to seated. Bend the right knee out, right heel to groin. Head to knee pose, square hips to the front. When you're ready, arms reach up, inhale, exhale, fold over your left leg. You know, and change can be as simple as, maybe I can stretch a little farther. Change can be not responding to my reactivity. Change can be big things too. Stop eating meat because of ethical reasons. Stop buying products from companies who support the issues that are of the day. Inhale, rise up. Switch the legs out, Janu Shirshasana. Moments of self-reflection. No judgment, pure mindfulness. On your inhale, roll it on up. Take both your legs straight, shake out your legs as needed. Good, bound angle, soles of your feet come together, make a butterfly shape. Bring the heels in close to the groin. Long spine, take an inhale. Exhale, fold forward with a flat back. And again, if you look at pictures, they'll say faces to the floor. There is not a one-size-fits-all for anything. Feel that breath wash over you and help to move any unhealthy, unnecessary stuff you don't need out. The exhale is a way to detox, physically and emotionally. Good, inhale, roll it on up. Straight both your legs out, stretch them out, shake them out. When you're ready, come to a comfortable seat, crisscross applesauce. For those of you who have a lotus, you can take a lotus pose if you like. Good, now take your palms up as a sign of receptivity. Close your eyes. So physics has shown us that our thoughts do create a reality. They do create a ripple out into the world. Our thoughts can affect the molecules of water. So prayer and intentions do work. So bring to mind one person or a group of people who are suffering right now. Right now, Black Lives Matter is the most important thing that we can be focusing on, but there are plenty of others too. So bring to mind a face or a group of people, and imagine when you inhale, inhaling their suffering. When you exhale, give back to them loving kindness. And continue to inhale suffering, transmute, exhale, give back loving kindness. We don't have to know the content or the specifics of suffering in order to take it on. We're not keeping it, we're changing it with our intentions, our thoughts, and our breath. Releasing that image from your mind, bringing awareness back to yourself. Place your right hand over your heart and left hand over your right hand. And envision, with your breath, inhale, pull out any suffering into your hands. Exhale, push back into yourself, loving kindness. Inhale, pull out any sadness, pain, past stuff. Give back loving kindness. Continue this process. On your exhale, release the hands. Roll onto your back for Shavasana, corpse pose. Get yourself comfortable. Feet are at least hip distance. Shake out your legs. Arms at your sides, palms up. Relax your toes, your feet. Feel the legs drop down and out. Feel the hips sink into the mat. Soft belly, relaxed belly. Feel the expansion and contraction of your chest as you inhale and exhale. Pour awareness into the entire body. Allow it to sink down, down, down. Your work for the remainder of Shavasana is to simply watch. Watch what arises to the surface. No judgment, but observation. Each time the mind wanders, keep coming back to now. moment to contemplate what is the take-home message today. What rang true for you? After we've done this work on ourselves, now how do we take these lessons off the mat into our life? Gently begin to wake yourself up. Bring gentle movement to the body, whatever feels good. Finding your way to seated. Bringing your hands together at your heart. Close your eyes. I'd love to end today's class with 3 sounds of Om, honoring our past, it's where we've been, honoring our present, where we are now, and honoring our future, what is to be. And knowing that all aspects of the journey are important. Take an exhale. Inhale to Thank you, yogis. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, hubby.
Mm-hmm.